Kevin, a couple questions. You got to start first of all with the New York Jets and the criticism that's been sent towards your teammate and your friend Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. Mark. It's been tough to watch. You feel like you're sitting there and everything you hear on SportsCenter and whatever it may be. Negative this, negative that. False accusations against the person, the player, whatever you may be. It's been tough to watch, and I just all of us that are in that locker room are kind of taking the opportunity to go out and kind of speak the truth about it, and the fact that the guy's a tireless worker, and he's been a very successful quarterback in this league, and he will be for years to come. And people need to understand that 8-8, albeit that it's not an AFC Championship game, he's won a lot of football games for the Jets, and he's going to continue to do so. And it's a matter of coming together in the locker room and not splintering apart, but being a good teammate and having each other's back. And I think we need to kind of reevaluate that at this point.
Now, your center, Nick Mangold, was very outspoken when the comments came out, especially about unnamed sources.
Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised that certain teammates have made those comments off and not identify themselves?
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about Greg McElroy taking so much heat for the things that he said, when really, he put his name on it and he said what he said, and that's how he felt, and he took some heat for it, but at least he was a man enough to stand up and say it himself, and as opposed to being an unnamed source, and what does that really mean? And what is, anybody can really say anything about anybody, about you or I or anything, and the fact that it's carrying the the validity that it is, and people are kind of really taking it to heart and forming opinions about Mark. It's been hard to watch, and I think it's been tough for our whole organization. And guys have his back, and Nick and Coach Ryan and our owner, everybody's going to come out and have his back because they know how hard he works. So.
All right, but the words that have been mentioned with him would be lazy, and I think coddled. What's your direct response when you hear teammates saying that he is a lazy player, lazy or entitled quarterback?
It couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, the guy works each and every week to uses every possible hour he can leading up into a game, and the sheer fact that people are going to blame any kind of struggle or things that he may have gone through this year as a lack of preparation, and that's just crazy, because the guy works tirelessly. He's probably working right now to prepare for next season, and I know Mark's just going to be just fine, and Jet fans should be excited about having him as their quarterback.
Okay, great. Now we're making a smooth transition from the craziness and chaos in New York, New Jersey, to San Diego State, the Aztecs, your former team. I know you've kept track, and you're watching your good friend Ryan Lindley, who is now he's been invited to the Senior Bowl. What can you say about Ryan Lindley and the type of quarterback he is?
I think Ryan's going to do so well with this whole process. I mean, he had an outstanding 4-year career there at San Diego State, and was the quarterback that led them to back-to-back bowls and winning seasons and everything that for the past 15 years at San Diego State, a lot of guys have worked really hard for. Ryan took all that and managed to lead those guys into some territory that they haven't been to in a long time. And as an alum and a guy that was around Ryan when he was a younger player, I couldn't be more happy with everything he's done there, and I look forward to him doing really well in this whole process. And he's going to do well at the Senior Bowl, and guys from San Diego State seem to do very well when we get to compete with some of these guys from around the country on an even playing field, and I think he's going to do the same as Kirk Morrison and Matt McCoy and all these guys have done. So,
well, as he prepares for workouts and then for the Senior Bowl, and I believe he's being coached by Mike Shanahan and the coaching staff from the Redskins, and as he prepares for that and then the combines, what's the biggest piece of advice you'd give Ryan Lindley?
Just to never underestimate the value of what you're doing, and people are always watching, and every conversation he has from now until the draft night, it's going to be waged into a form an opinion about him. So treat everything like a job interview, be professional, but when it comes to the physical side of things, just do the things you've always done, and improve and tighten up your fundamentals, so when your pro day rolls around in the combine and the Senior Bowl comes, you're going to be ready to compete like heck, and not shy away from anyone or anything throughout the whole process. So,
great. Thank you very much.
Good deal.